Oh, we did. We did. We're not actually live yet. Oh, there we are now, though, I think. Hold on.
We've had some technical difficulties today.
Welcome to Sales and Marketing Made Simple. My music doesn't want to start, so Jamie, you might have to sing. Oh, there we go.
I'm not singing. This is not our vibe.
I think they keep changing. No, because it's called Chill Hop, and I'm pretty sure Chill Hop has been our thing, but it's not working. It's not working.
Oh. See, this just feels like this is like a Hallmark movie. We're not Hallmark movie.
We should be taking a nap.
Yeah. No, we got serious stuff to talk about today. Like big stuff. This is big stuff. We need pump up music.
Yeah, world music is not pump up either. Yeah. Here we go. I got it. If anybody's joined us, we're just getting going. We're a little late. I don't think anybody's on yet. So welcome. If you are here, okay, I need to make sure that we are live.
We're live. I just checked. I checked.
Okay.
At least we're live in my group.
I just got the notification that we're live in your group. And no. Oh, there's the music. Okay, there we go, everybody.
This could be a how not to do a live.
Yeah. Oh, my picture is really blurry, y'all.
That's your internet. Okay. Sorry, dude.
It is. I'm going to close some stuff. This is what it looks like when you're on a Wi-Fi hotspot and trying to stream video while you have 36 different tabs open. Okay, welcome everybody. So what we are talking about today, let's start over. Why you aren't consistently selling your programs and how to change it.
Good title.
Good
title.
I know. I thought so. And I'm going to just do a little tag here because I've been talking to a lot of you. So I'm tagging you. I'm doing a little everyone tag in my group. And this is a question that I want to pose. So if you're watching live, tell us. If you're watching the replay, let us know you're watching the replay. But hello, I don't know who hello yet is, but hello. I want to know, are you right now consistently selling your programs? Because that's what we're talking about today.
It's a good question.
And there's no shame, no embarrassment, nothing you need to worry about. This is a safe space to help you and to tell you why it's happening and how you can change it.
How to fix it.
Right there. So let us know again if you're just jumping on or you're catching the replay. We come back and look at comments and the replays even. So the question that I'm posing for you is, are you consistently selling your programs? So when I say consistently, what that means to you. Because for some people, consistently would be like, if I sell my one person every month, that's all I need. And for some people, it's like, I want to sell my $100 offer 5 times every single day, So whatever consistent is for you, are you consistently selling your offers, your programs, your whatever you want to call them, right? So I do see some people on, and they're not saying nothing, which tells me they're being shy, and that's okay. That's okay.
I'm going to just
drop this. Yeah, I'm going to drop this in the comments for anyone that's joining my group.
Will you turn the music off too?
I can't. I know I'm like jamming out here still, right? Hold on.
I just saw a comment about not where I want to be. That is that consistency, or is it just I'm not selling enough? Like I almost feel like that is that the same thing, different things? Either way, like are you in addition to just feeling like you're not being consistent, are you selling as much as you want? Like let's keep it real simple. Are you selling as much as you want out of your programs and offers? Yes, no.
Yeah. And again, so for some people, that's an easy one. Are you selling as much as you want? And we've definitely got some answers in here, so we can bring those up. Okay, so, well, I guess only one. The other ones were my questions, which I dropped in the comments in the group. So if you're watching and you just jumped on, you can see the question that we just asked, but I'm going to show this up on, try to do that. There, no, not doing. I'm having all sorts of technical difficulties today, everybody. So there's a question. That said, someone said not where I want to be selling. Okay, was one answer. And the other one was not selling as much as I want. Okay, so not where I want to be, not selling as much as I want, which are probably the same thing-ish, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it might be, you might have a different way of saying it. So thank you. And I think that was Deb. So thank you, Deb, for being vulnerable. And you're already in the right place to make sure that that changes, by the way. She is in one of my programs. Okay, so for those that are just joining, let us know. But we're going to dive in and talk about why you are not consistently selling your offers, okay? Why you are not consistently selling them, why you're not selling out your programs, why you're not consistently getting people into your world, whatever you want to call it. And actually tell us what you call it. Tell us what it means for you in terms of where you want to be with your sales, but why that isn't happening, how you're going to change it. And you get a couple different perspectives here with Jamie and I. So you're going to get like double the gold today. So let me just say that. It is worth it. Okay. So Jamie.
I'm laughing at the comment that just came in about the sunscreen. You got to put that up because this is so something I would do. This is so me. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
I don't know who that is, but I love it.
I love it too.
That's Jill.
Sometimes you just
Jill, that is amazing.
It's got a name in golf. Mulligan, is that what it's called in golf? A mulligan where you get a do-over? Like sometimes we need a do-over as an entrepreneur. I'm telling you. I regularly want to push a do-over button. So I feel you on this. But yes, go ahead, Lori.
I'm not spraying, sunscreen instead of dry shampoo, right? Do-over. Okay, and then putting this one up here too.
Yep.
I'm not consistently making offers because I don't know what to say. That is a big one right there. And I think that was Jill too, that we're going to talk about. Because when you know exactly what to say, when you know how to speak the language of your people, when you know how to speak the language of your people, I think that sounds pretty godly or something. So that's not what I'm going for. But what I'm going for there is if you do not speak their language, your people, your ideal people, your dream clients, whatever you call them, your perfect fit people, when you speak the right words, selling is easy. Making offers is easy. So that's what we're going to talk about a little bit today. But again, I'm going to put this one up here. There we go.
Listen, as long as you learn from the mistakes, that's all that matters, right? It's not about being critical of ourselves. Like we could be critical of this live and be like, this didn't work and that didn't work. And oh my gosh, it didn't work. But you know what? We're here. We're going to share awesome stuff. You're going to get great value. That's all that matters, right? Mm-hmm. So there you go.
Yeah. And we did already actually share some really great stuff. We did our live before we actually did our live. We realized as we were having technical difficulties, we did a great live already. So you guys should catch that.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes with Jamie and Lindsay. We could record that, but we didn't because of technical difficulties.
Like there was awesome stuff shared, and we just missed having it recorded, unfortunately. But that's okay. We'll get it out today. I promise. We'll get it out today.
We will. So we have a few different kind of topics that we wanted to touch on, but I want to start with what Jill said, not knowing what to say and addressing that a little bit and a difference between content that's good, messaging that's good, and messaging that's great. And I think in the description I put content, but it really is your overall messaging. This is your social media content. It's your emails. It's your DMs. It's your lives, right? We have our get on camera person here that's going to tell you the same thing when you're live. So all around, when your messaging is good or is great versus good, it's going to make a huge difference. And the difference between that, and Jamie, I would love to hear your feedback on this too, but from my perspective, when it comes down to the, knowing what to say and the difference between something that's good or something that's great, when it comes to content, it is that thing that we were just talking about, and it is knowing their language. So I'm going to address Jill directly, and then I'm going to let you talk, Jamie.
Okay, you go ahead.
But Jill, what you said about not knowing exactly what to say, so you're not making offers. So I'm curious, and feel free to share here too, Jill, if there's certain things that are coming up, and anyone that's listening, if there's that come up for you, or feelings or thoughts or beliefs. A lot of times your thoughts, your beliefs, the stories that you're telling, believe that you don't know what to say necessarily. Did I cut out?
You're back now. You're back. You're good.
Sorry. Okay. So I don't know where I left off, but ultimately what I was trying to get at is that whole idea of speaking the language, knowing, what your people have to say, or knowing what to say, is knowing your people. So I want you to go back to square one. One of the first questions that you should be asking yourself with any offer, and this isn't necessarily just and I'm saying offer because I've put out a couple offers in the last couple of weeks, right? Some of you might only have one offer. Some of you might have multiple. So this is something that you need to ask yourself with every single time. And that is, who are my people? What do they want? And if you can't answer those core questions, that is the problem right there. That's a huge part of why you're not speaking their language and knowing the things to say, is because you're not confident that you are saying the things that are going to actually connect with them. And when you're not confident and you don't know those words, even if you know the words and you're not confident in them and you're putting them out there, they're not going to hear them. If you're confident and then you're putting out the wrong words that are not the words, the language that they would use, they're not going to respond because it's not hitting the mark for them. So those two things are for me, in terms of the way I teach my clients, at the core of what you need. When you know your people inside and out better than they know themselves, and you are confident in that, and you know that you can speak that language, you never question whether or not to put out the offers because you know it. And when you know it, they can tell that you know it, so they respond in a different way than what they are now. But if you're second guessing everything that you're putting out and telling yourself you don't know it, you probably don't, because you're not using the powerful words that you would need to use in order to actually connect with them. Sorry, I went on a little rant there. So
no, that's good. I'll add one thing though, because this comes up. I hear this a lot, and it's a lot of when we talk about videos, but it happens in content as well. Is that you said powerful words, and so sometimes we think of that as, "Ooh, I know my stuff. I got to use all my fancy words." No, right? That is the fastest way to get people to be like, "I'm out." If I were talking about videos and I said, "Okay, here's what you need to do. You need to make sure that you're set up with HD 5400, and you want to have a mini switcher that's an ATM, and make sure that your microphone is set to." I'm making this up, right? And I'm starting telling all this stuff. As the viewer, you're going, "Ooh." Way over my head.
What I'm not interested. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. And so, but we sit there and we think, but that's me showing my expertise. No, that's you shouting jargon. Nobody wants jargon, right? What Lori's talking about here is making sure that you are talking about their pain points in the words that they use, and that you're talking about how you can help them, the results that you can get them. It's not a bunch of gobbledygook. Because they're not going to say, I'm sorry, I don't know the words you're using. Can you help me? They're not going to say that. They're going to go, this chick is too advanced for me. I'm going to go find somebody that speaks my language. That's what's going to happen. So simple terms.
Or they're just not going to even see it. They'll see it, but they won't really see it. And then they just keep scrolling. when you know the words that your people use to describe the things that are happening in their world, in their life, that's what's going to stop the scroll. So the more you sit and use your complicated experty words, the more their eyes are going to glaze over, and the more they're just going to keep going. And the thing is you have the magic, you have the thing. Jill, if you're still on, I know you, so I know that you have that magic. You're freaking brilliant. And I know you're also an expert, you know, but when you know those words that they're using to describe what's happening, not your expert words, and that's what you're saying about your offers, and that's when you're talking, how you're talking about your outcomes, that is what's going to connect. So I want to use, like, I want to try to use an example here for some of you. So, like, I know, rather than just garbly goop, but like actual, like, tangible, you know, example there. So for instance, and this is one that I see a lot for any of you who identify as, you know, soul aligned entrepreneurs, soul centered, spiritual. I love you. I love you all, but like, has a place in my heart. But even if your ideal person is spiritual, is, you know, into the witchy woo, when they talk about their problems, that's not how they talk. They talk just like a human, like everybody else does, right? And so let's just say that's you, you know, and that's your audience. Let's say you are, let's say, a love coach, okay, and you help people to meet the love of their life, okay, and you're saying something like, you're in your content, the reason that that you're not with the love of your life already is because you are, and I'm trying to, like, really like, trying to find some words here, so feel free to jump in.
I'm just sitting back and enjoying this, because this is like, where is she gonna go with the love coach thing?
Like, your soul aligned partner is out there and waiting for you, but because your energetic frequency is not in tune with their frequency, and you're too much in your masculine instead of in your feminine, they're not really paying attention to you. But when you're more in your feminine energy, they're going to listen and fawn over you and just fall in love instantly. That is all probably true, because we all know, like, when you're more in your feminine, you know, whether they're a man or just, you know, a woman that's more in their masculine, like, they're going to be attracted to a certain energy. We know that, right? I know that. You know, I don't teach love, but like the energetic piece, that's something that I bring into my stuff too. But if I was talking about in that my content, people wouldn't be like, I'm going to hire her to help me with some content. Just like, they're not going to be like, ooh, I am so sick of being single. I know that I have so much to give, and this person gets it. They're not going to be like, let's keep going. Versus if you're just like, the reason that the love of your life isn't already in your life is because you are too focused on making them love you and you don't love yourself. So, like, something just straightforward, right? Like, saying something very straightforward, direct, because that's what they're going to say. They're going to say, I know that I don't feel good about myself, and that's why people aren't connecting with me. Or they might not even know that, but they're not going to use the frou-frou, witchy-woo words. They're going to use human, straightforward, poor me, you know, and not saying everybody's going to be poor me, because you probably actually don't want to work with the poor me people, but they're going to be using their words to describe their problems, even if that person that you're talking to does the exact same thing that you do, and they're very into that. That's not how they talk. So again, tangent.
No, but it's a good tangent, because I think, and for those out there that are like, right, but part of me, I want to educate people. Yes, you do. You want to educate people, but educate your clients. Speak to your prospects. There's a difference between the two.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I know you've heard this example, Jamie, and anyone that's watched me, you know, for a longer period of time, probably have heard me use the example of the magic door, right? You have the magic door, your side. So there's this door. On one side is you and your amazing, amazing offer. The other side is your people that you want to work with, right? And on your side of the magic door, that's where your paying clients are. So you have this little posse behind you of your paying clients, and they just, like, eat up everything that you say, and you can talk all of the expert talk that you want and tell them about their energy and their feminine frequency and whatever it is that you want on your side of the door. But on their side of the door, you've got to dumb it down. And I'm not saying that you're dumb, on the other side of the door, because we're not. But we know that our buying behaviors are based on our feelings, and our feelings are not on your side of the magic door. They're my feelings over here, right? And I'm going to feel my feelings the way I feel them. And if you can't connect to that feeling and meet me where I'm at, I'm never going to cross through that door and talk to you in your language. So yes, you talk to your people in your language on your side of the door. Once they've paid you and they've walked through that door, say whatever you want to them. That's totally fine. But the way that you are going to educate your people is by showing them the way. And you don't have to sit there and do that by just ticking off all of your expert things to make yourself sound smart.
It's like that
with experience.
Yeah. It's like meet them where they are. That's a really great way to think about it. Meet them, use the language and meet them where they are. You're going to bring them along with you and you're going to educate them, especially after you get past the magic door, but you meet them where they are. And yes, education is part of that. But if you don't meet them first where they are, they're going to be like, she's not my, this is not the coach for me. This is not the expert for me. This is not the whatever for me, because the connection's not there. You know when you always know when it works. I mean, I love when this happens, Lori. I know this happens to you all the time. Is when you get a message back from somebody and like, how do you know that this is exactly the problem I'm feeling? It's like you're in my office. It's like you're in my head. How do you know that? That's when you know you've got it, right? When you start hearing from your prospects, from your leads, from your people, and they're like, are you spying on me? Are you in here? Like, how do you know? That's when you're like, I got you now. That's the sign. That's what you're looking for. That's your goal.
Yeah. And they're never going to say that. They are never going to say that if you keep talking in your language instead of theirs. Yep. They're never going to say that. And, I wanted to also kind of, transition into some of our other talking points, but when it comes to authority and why that matters and how to increase it, because this is it right here. Your authority, you think that you're raising your authority by sounding smarter, but the way that you raise your authority is actually sounding more confident and direct. And the more you speak just normal human language and meet them where they're at, as we're saying, on their side of the door, the more that's actually going to come through in everything that you say. And the more you're going to feel confident in the words that you're putting out there, and the more authority you're going to have. And when you have that authority, the more people are going to that's when people say, okay, I'm in, I'm ready, I want to buy, based on your words alone. And I want to take this opportunity to do a little celebration, and also to use an example.
I'm already feeling blushed. Are you using me as an example here?
Because it's a really good example. So Jamie,
look how red I'm getting. Lori, look at how red I'm getting. All right, go ahead.
Jamie's on my side of the magic door. Okay, she's already on my side of the magic door, and so she's in my paid world, and she's amazing. For all of you that don't know that, but an example of exactly what we're talking about just happened to Jamie, and you'll be seeing a post about this later too. And please help me celebrate Jamie. But she, using her words, her content alone, and by content, I also want to clarify this is your posts in your personal profiles, your Facebook groups, your Instagram, your TikTok videos, your live videos, your emails. Content is things that you put out for other people to consume. And that could even include, I talk about messaging, that's also like your DMs and stuff. But in this case, there was no DMs necessary. There's no DMs necessary. Jamie has an amazing offer, Ignite Your Facebook group, right? That's what it's called.
Yep.
And she put out a couple emails, a couple posts, and a live, right? Where you announce this content alone, her words, knowing her people exactly what they need and speaking it in their language. She put out a wait list, okay? A wait list for people who want to buy. And you might even have more than this by now, but she got 38 people on her wait list who are ready to buy her offer just using her words alone.
And
Okay,
keep in mind, I haven't even, up until this point, I haven't even talked about the offer. I haven't even talked about what it is.
Not that part. Yeah, they don't care about, because the thing is they don't care about the process. They don't care about the things, the details. They care because you've done such a good job of showing them the way, of meeting them where they're at on their side of the door and showing them, okay, I know my shit. And when you follow me and you open this door and we go over here, I am going to help you to know your shit too. Right?
Yeah.
Content and everything. And I know you guys are pretty quiet here. Oh, there we go. I got it. Congratulations, Jamie. Okay. They're listening. I know everybody's quiet, but they're listening.
Well, and here's a really cool thing that I think is relevant when we're talking about this whole content and good content and meeting them where they are and being an authority in that space. And Lori, I hope you don't mind me sharing. You and I have talked about, like, make sure that you're talking about the results that you get. Well, one of the results out of Ignite Your Facebook group is that you're going to sell more. But that's not what my people are saying. My people aren't sitting there all day long going, oh, my Facebook group, I'm not selling anything. They may say that word, but that's not their biggest pain point. The word that they're saying is nobody's engaging. Nobody's commenting. I'm not getting anybody showing up to my lives. So I went out with this approach of, if this is you, if you are in this place, I was meeting them where they are. Facebook group is dead. Crickets, not getting any engagement, not getting any comments. I know we're going to get to the point where you're going to get results and you're going to sell more, but that's not my talk track. I'm talking about where you are right now, which is no engagement. We got to get the engagement going first. Then we've got to build your authority in that space. And that's how we get to the sales. But it's these steps. So if I would have come out and just started talking about sell more out of your Facebook group, I probably wouldn't have gotten 38 people sign up. Yeah. So it's about speaking down
into those steps. You wouldn't either.
Yes.
Because the outcome, you talked about the outcome that they care about. They don't care about the steps. They care about, they bought not without knowing the steps and without knowing the details of how you're going to get them there, because you knew those exact words that they use to describe their problem that they want to fix. And then your offer met them where they're at. So of course they want it. Of course, when they see it, they're just like, holy crap, yes, 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 sign me up on this wait list. I'm ready to buy.
Yep. That's
if that's not happening. This is why.
That's why, right? You're too. If this is the journey you take them on, you're talking clear down here. Now, I will call this out, and thank you, Lori, for the shout out. I really do appreciate that so much. Like, I know I've done the work, but it wouldn't be possible without your coaching and help, and I'm so grateful. So thank you. But the other thing that I think is important to talk about here is that sometimes you might make a choice to be further down that path because you don't want the ones that are early on in the path. And a great example that I'll share with you is I was finding in my content, the more I was talking about being afraid of the camera and being scared to go live and hiding from the camera, then I attracted people who were in that space. And it's not that I don't want to work with those people. It's just a harder start. It's just a harder journey, right? We got to get over a whole lot more mindset stuff before we just get into it. So I made an intentional decision to say, I'm not going to use those words anymore. I'm going to use further on down the line words. Like if you're ready to get on camera and you want to understand how to talk to people and you want to figure, and so there is a point where you might say in this, who am I attracting and who do I not want to attract? And the words that you choose do matter there.
Yeah, they do. And I mean, I think I'm going to take this opportunity also just to mention too, like this, I mean, which is literally called, it's selling your offers effortlessly through content effortlessly. Sorry, I just changed the name because I wanted to make it that crystal clear, because that's what happens is you sell your offers effortlessly. You fill your programs, you fill, your offers. You sell like crazy when that happens. Jamie is a testament to that. She is an example of what happens. And so we actually decided when we had our own little live while we were waiting for our technical difficulties, for anybody that watches this, because we both have new programs starting and they're very complementary of one another. So we don't normally do this, but if you enroll in both, Ignite Your Facebook group so that you can learn how to write and the content, the selling your content effortlessly. You'll be able to take everything you learn, put it in that group, and blow the F up in a good way.
It's like a 1-2
And we're going to give something special little gift to anyone who does both. So just message us about that. Or if you want to enroll in either of those. But the coming full circle, it really is about, the reason that you are able to do the things that you want to do with your offers. The reason you get those results isn't because you did something magic or that someone else, doesn't know. It's literally that it's that simple. And yes, there's strategy, and that's where I come in. There's strategy, there's methods, there's things that you do to help you get to know what those words are and to really elevate your message in a way that's speaking to those people. I don't know where I was going with that, but totally lost my train of thought. Side note, I've been up since 4 a.m. Been up since 4 a.m.
Oh my gosh. I think you were just saying it's not magic, it's strategy. It's not magic, it's strategy, right? And yes, you can learn all the strategies too. And I think what we're trying to do today is just give you some things to consider, right? Focus on what your people are saying. Focus on using their words. Meet them where they are, and then take them on this journey with you. Like, that's the place to get started. It's not magic.
Exactly. And I know too, one of the things that we promised that we were going to talk about today, which we haven't really talked about. So we can bring this into the conversation, or we can do a whole nother live on this one. You decide, Jamie. But that is the difference between content on your page, your personal page, and in your group. Because I think that could be a whole conversation.
Think so too. Let's give them a sneak peek and then say, come to our next one, which is March 13th, I think. Do we have a topic for March? I don't know if we do or not. Maybe we make this the March one.
No, we just picked the date. Oh, yeah, we did.
Do we want to switch it or what did we pick for March?
I'll put it in a private chat. This is what it is.
What if we push that to April, and in March we did this one, because they go together. Yeah. Content on your profile versus content in your group. But let's give a sneak peek. You go first. One tip, Lori. One tip, magic tip from Lori in the difference between the two. What would you say?
Well, I don't know if I want to do you want me to do the difference or debunk a myth?
Ooh, debunk a myth. Debunk a myth. Yeah.
Okay. The myth. You shouldn't sell on your personal page. Know what I say to that one?
That's what I say.
Yeah. I was going to flip off the camera, but I feel like they then censor it because AI can tell that I'm doing that. So but instead, you can sell anywhere you want to. Screw the haters. Now, yes, algorithms, there's things their algorithms can do sense, like when you post links and when you say certain words. So you have to test things and see what works with your audience. But I guarantee you can do that. And you're going to have, and this is, I guess the difference in my mind, you have better visibility almost always especially with your entire audience on your personal page. So the content that you put out there is what's going to draw people into your world and want to come into your group in the first place.
Yeah. I don't know that I necessarily have a myth to debunk, but I want to add to what you're saying here on the selling on your personal profile. I think that there is some I guess it is debunking a myth. There's this old knowledge of I'm gonna go in Facebook jail if I sell on my personal profile. you're not that's not going to happen. You're not going to go into Facebook jail for selling on your personal profile. I don't know where that myth came from, or where that may have been the case in the past, but it's no longer the case. So
yeah, it's not. I mean, Facebook literally has made it like so that you can use your personal profile for your business. I think what they don't want, like there is, I mean, if you look at their rules, like there is stuff behind that leads people to believe to that. But I think, yeah, I mean, as long as you're not doing anything that people are reporting you all the time for, like you can sell wherever the F you want. I'm dropping F-bombs instead of the whole word today, but I am putting them out there because I just want to really like say, stop it. So many of you are like wasting that space. And when you have these words, now coming full circle, when you have amazing content that speaks directly to the needs of your people and the people that you want to work with, and I say your people, that's the people you want coming to you, that you want to attract. And you're not using the best piece of real estate you have on your Facebook ecosystem to reach them, and that is your personal profile. That is what shows up in their feeds. And if you're not using it, you're going to lose that opportunity. It's like a billboard in their face over and over every day.
Yep. And for those of you that would sit there and say, yeah, but I'm going to offend somebody and maybe they won't, they'll unfriend me because of it. Well, if they're going to unfriend you because you're talking about your offers, guess what? They're not your person. They're not your person.
Yeah. Yeah. And even doing it on your personal page, still the majority of people are not going to see it because that's just the way that it rolls. Like a small percentage of the people in your audience see your content like the day you put it out. I cannot tell you how many times I've gotten like posts that are a week old and just am seeing them in my feed, so you have to talk about your offers. If you're not talking about them, people aren't going to see it. And yes, they are not your people. If people don't like what you say, if they're offended by it, if they're arguing with you, whatever it is, they're not your person.
Okay, do you see the next comment that's come up? Let's talk about this quick, because I think this is important. Okay, this is algorithm 101 working right here. This is how the Facebook algorithm works. Okay, if you put out any piece of content, it doesn't matter what it is. I can put out a piece of content on dog food treats. And if the first few people that see this content don't engage and don't like it, it's going to die. And nobody's going to see it. So if your selling promotional posts aren't going to get the same reach, that's probably accurate. But the people who do see it are the right people. So you almost have to look at this and say, different kinds of posts that I'm going to put out there are going to have different levels of engagement. Some posts you're going to put out and they're going to go bananas, right? If you put out a post that's like, do you like frosting on your brownies? I did that this weekend. And it goes crazy. And you get 100 different responses on, do you like frosting on your brownies? But that's not going to help me sell anything.
No, I have a different take on this.
Yeah, but when you do post something that is, hey, here is my offer, you got to just believe the right people are going to see it. So what I would say to this person is change your expectations on what success is for a post. So you can look at this post, this one right here, and be like, only 7 people saw it. Right, but they may be the right 7 people to see it. Okay, Lori, add.
That might be all you need.
That might be all you need.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to agree with you on yes, the right people see it. But I think the algorithm story, yes, there's algorithms, but the algorithm story is a story. It is a story that people have told you and that you now tell yourself, and that that this is what's happening. And I guarantee you this is not true. And this person I think is in your group because it says paired, so I don't know who this is, but if the reason people a lot of times there's multiple reasons sometimes, and if I could see your content, I could probably tell you which one of these reasons was the case for you. But so yes, as we both said, they recognize words, links, certain types of content, and they don't prioritize it in the same way. That's absolutely true. And you're right, if certain people don't engage, they don't do it the certain way. But I cannot tell you, and I've had good content for years. I've had great content for a while. But then every time I up-level my content and shift my messaging a little bit, more and more people that I've never met, don't know how they find my stuff, are engaging with my stuff. So that is, and it's not just cold spam DMers either, because we all know they can find us, but but it's people who are actually like my right people. So one reason not actually showing up enough on your personal page, so they're not going to see it, but a big part of it is you're telling yourself the story that if you aren't getting likes and comments, that people aren't seeing it.
Right.
And to Jamie's point of, you have to change, I don't know the word you use, but your measure, kind of how you're measuring your success.
Yep.
Yeah, because
you're not going to get 100 comments on that kind of a post. It's not going to happen. It's not that kind of post.
Yeah. And I have another Jamie example too. But your dream clients aren't going to, a lot of times the other part is if your content is boring. Your content is boring or irrelevant to them, and you're not speaking their language, they're not going to engage, and they're not going to send you a DM. But if you're speaking their language and you're talking to them and giving them that feeling we were talking about earlier of just like knowing them, like you're like inside their brain and their heart and everything, those types of posts, they're not going to engage with that a lot of times. Stop their scroll. They're going to be like, holy crap. And those are the ones that get them in your inbox and have them buying. And my Jamie example is that this recently happened to you, Jamie. So I'm going to use this example too, because you had this woman, she's in your community, she's been there for a while, but she's not engaging and active in your group. And she ended up in your DMs last week or the week before, and said she wanted to buy your new offer.
Yeah. And I'm like,
so they don't have to engage.
She actually even apologized. She said, I see your content all the time and I like it. And I'm so sorry, I never comment. That's what she said. I never comment, but she still sees all the content. So what's that telling you?
So she was waiting for you to say something to her that resonated to the point where she's like, yeah, this is it. I'm good. And that is what you want. That's why you're not consistently coming back, why you're not consistently selling your offers, because you're not speaking their language, because you're not saying the things that they care about in a way that they can actually understand why it's relevant for them. So telling yourself the story, absolutely no one sees it. That is your story. That is not necessarily truth. If you want to have content that stops the scroll and gets people in your DMs, just like what just happened to Jamie, and to fill your wait list with 38 people from content alone, you have to stop telling yourself these stories, and you have to show up and believe in that you are bringing the value in that content, and that what you're putting out is exactly what your people need to hear, regardless of whether or not they're engaging. That is when they show up. I
mean, if we just use this example, I bet if I went and looked at the I don't know, I think it was maybe 3 posts that I did about the wait list for Ignite Your Facebook group. If I went and looked at how many comments I got on those posts, I will tell you it's under 10 combined. It was in single digits in terms of comments. In fact, I would say I know for sure one of those posts, 0 comments, and I've got 38 people on the wait list. So there's proof that people see your content. Doesn't mean they always comment. So stop using comments as your success measure, because that's not the case.
Nope. Even reach, I don't really understand that one so much. That can be a whole other thing, because it'll say 0, but then somehow somebody is like in my inbox asking about it.
That's always where
obviously it reached you.
It reached 0 people, but 10 people commented. How does that work? I think sometimes Facebook needs a math class.
And I'll say, like, a lot of this goes against, and I'm working on actually some content around this, because it goes against things that I used to believe and teach myself, but it's real. Like, I mean, could go on for like the things that the stories that we're told and that we believe and have built into our way of operating. That's what's holding you back. So change your stories, you change your results. Change your stories, change your language, change your results, and have people buying effortlessly, and have people in your programs, in your group, engaging or not, but they're going to be freaking buying.
Yep. Here, let me say one last thing on this, and then we can wrap up. Every once in a while, somebody will ask me and say, well, so live video in general gets 10 times more views than anything else. Okay, so let's just say that's an accurate piece of data. So why won't I go live every day? Because if I go live every day, I'm going to get burnout and I'm going to burn my audience out. Right? Somebody recently said, color block posts are hot. Okay, if I only did color block posts, if I did color block posts 3 times a day, every single day for a month, nobody's going to be, by the second week, people are going to be like, enough with the color block post, Jamie. Like, you got to have some variety, even if it's just the difference between a video and a color block post and then a photo of you and then a long text post. That mix gives your audience different things. It allows people who have different preferences to see your same content in different ways. So yes, you have to mix it up, but it can be the same message. Yeah. You don't have to have a new message every single time. Right? It's the same thing. It's just in different formats.
The same thing over and over in different ways with different examples.
Yeah. But each of those different types, you're going to get a different number of comments. That doesn't mean one sucks and one is good. They all are good. You need them all. It's that you have to change your success measures. That's all.
Yeah. Agreed. So, moral of the story, speak their language, change your measure of success, and show up and sell your work, your offers, your programs, regardless of whether or not people are engaging, because they're listening, they're watching, they're ready to buy. And then you go buy Jamie's program and mine, get your special gift, because you're going to enroll in both and you're going to become a content and messaging and frickin' Facebook genius.
Genius.
Yeah.
Well, more than that. That's the secret. That's the secret to consistently selling your program. Right there. That right there. What Lori just summed up. That's it. That's the message. And all the time, I hear all the time from people. I know Lori hears this too. I think I'm just overcomplicating this. Yeah, you are. You're overcomplicating this. Keep it simple. Talk to your people.
Yeah. Like talk like a human and like talk like you are talking to a kindergartner. And just explaining and talking, or like that you would talk to your friend and like have a conversation. That's it. That's all you have to do, with a little bit of strategy mixed in. Yeah. And that's where we come in.
Now, 9 out of 10 times when I'm working with somebody on their videos and they're struggling with something to say, and I say to them, okay, stop. You and I are just having coffee. Tell me what this is. They immediately, I visibly can see them go, like they just relax and they go, oh, well, it's blah, blah. And 9 out of 10 times I go, right there, that's what you say. It's that. So if you're struggling and you're overthinking your content,
I do that all the time.
If you're
I'll start turning on the transcription software in the background, actually, and then I'll like just start asking questions, like a conversation. I'll be like, okay, I'll send you the link for Otter right when we're done here, because you just wrote your content.
You just wrote it, right? So talk out loud, talk in your content like you would talk to me, to Lori, if we were just sitting and having coffee. That's the messaging you need to have right there.
Yeah. So, and if you want us to help you, reach out. Otherwise, take this, go noodle on it, and let us know how it goes. And again, if you are tuning in from or on the replay, let us know. And say hi. If you were commenting outside of Facebook, we probably did not see your comments. I've been having issues with getting comments. So if you're on LinkedIn or YouTube, I don't even know if you get YouTube comments. But if you're on either of those things, come into the Success Zone Facebook group, or what is the name of your group now?
Get on camera.
Okay, get on camera, because there was 2 for a minute there. There was 2.
Yeah, no.
Just one. Get on camera. Okay. So join our groups, and then you can see these amazing comments from all these amazing people. And otherwise, go ahead, message us with any questions that you have, and go out, stop complicating it, get out of your own head, speak their language, talk to kindergartners. We'll see you soon. We'll see you on March 13th. And we'll probably repeat some of this, because we said we were just going to give away a little preview, and then we went and talked for like another 15 minutes.
But you know what? That's what we do. Because we're all about giving you good value and good content. And this is the stuff that helps, right? Look, here's the thing. I want to just say this last thing. Lori and I didn't plan or script any of this, right? We had some talk tracks. We had a couple things that are driving our content, and we just went where we needed to go based on those ideas and your comments. And you got awesome nuggets out of this. Imagine if you did that with your people.
Exactly. Okay. Take that.
Bye.
And we'll talk to you all soon. We'll see you inside selling your offers. Oh my God. I just renamed it today. You guys are the first ones to hear about it. So forget the name. My new content focused mastermind so that you can sell your offers effortlessly using your content alone. I think that's what it's called. And Ignite your Facebook group. We'll see you there.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.